Welcome to the broadcast. I'm the Reverend Dr. Mark Stenberg, Senior Contributing Editor.
And I'm the Reverend Russell.
We're coming to you from the heart of the Empire.
That's
the
right.
third floor of the Empire Building in downtown St. Paul. Beautiful, frosty.
Downtown St. Paul.
Yeah.
And speaking of frosty, it's Epiphany 3A. And the gospel text is Matthew 4:12 through 23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we're jumping right in here. Jesus is moving and shaking here. The first line is really loaded, verse 12. Now when Jesus heard that John had been arrested, he withdrew to Galilee.
And it's loaded because he's just, he's getting out of there, he's...
he's leaving the city to go out to the country. And then that pericope, that first section is framed by that verse and then probably a chiasm here in 17. From that time Jesus began to proclaim, repent, for the kingdom of heaven has come near, which David Lowe's brilliantly pointed out. What did he say?
Yeah, David Lowe's wrote the post this week, and if you haven't read it already, it's really
good.
It's really good. And David points out brilliantly that Jesus is using borrowed material, right? He's using. He goes
his first speech in
Matthew.
And it's a stolen line.
It's a stolen line. It's from that's John the Baptist's material that he's using.
And it's exactly what John the Baptist got put in jail for by the Herods.
Yeah, he goes really. It's really great. He talks about how Jesus launches his ministry, but he goes off into the country, a place nobody's heard of. Gets these guys, like a couple fishermen and some people who, probably can't even read. And then he's using this material that got John arrested. So, is he courting disaster? Does he want to fail, right?
Right. Is he setting himself up for failure in a way that's different from John the Baptist? I guess you could ask. One question I have, too, is why is the narrative so bad? There's just
the structure of the narrative.
And we don't get a backstory with. He just walks up to these four guys.
Right.
And they drop their nets and follow. It's just it makes no sense.
It makes no sense, and it's much, of course, has been made over the years about fishers of men, and I think a lot of pastel ink has been spilled on images of those fishermen and whatever, But it's like he says, "Look, I'll make you fishers of men." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're in then." They just immediately drop what is that? Because you mentioned that you'd found references to that in.
Yeah, I found there's a reference or two in the Hebrew Bible about God, the fishing and catching imagery. In that context, is about judgment of the other nations. I will catch them up in my net. And so it's a very negative connotation, a very judgment.
So the fisherman is there's the judge. And is going in the fishing process is one of the.
So do they think Jesus is going to turn them into some sort of zealots?
Like he's calling them, he's calling them to come, we're going out to judge, and really to be zealots. Maybe it's the revolution that these young bucks have been hearing about, and really wanted to get in the fight, maybe, huh? Yeah. And so they get caught up in this revolutionary talk. But,
And then the prose at the end is so sparse. Jesus went throughout Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, and of course, curing every disease and every sickness among the people.
Why not? Just, I hate to say that it's a catch-all, but, So, you could go through and you go, of course, Jesus, this is classic. Of course, he doesn't go, to Jerusalem and recruit the best scholars and whatever, because this is the kingdom comes from the bottom up, right? You can say that's why he goes out in the country, he does this and that. But also, maybe it... we just see throughout the gospel story that it doesn't go very far up.
No.
That there is maybe built-in failure, and I don't know. So, what's a hard question here in this text?
Well, to me, it's just the lousy storytelling.
Yeah.
No character development.
Right. So, from a narrative point of view, This needs another pass. All right, so let us know how you preach. This has been the artist. This has been the question, the text, right?
Yeah. Oops.
Broadcast.